Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got your November 2024 money and career reading coming up here for you guys. Happy birthday to all of you Scorpios out there. If you have a November birthday, we've got two new moons this month, one of them on the 1st of November in your sign. So a new moon in your sign is really, really important if there's anything you want to change or improve. There's anything new that you want to attract into your life, plant those seeds with that new moon. All right. You might maybe want a fresh start in your finances, clear out your debt, right? All of those things. It can be very magical and transformative time. So get ready to take some action, set those intentions, set those goals. At the very end of the month on the 30th, we've got a new moon in Sagittarius. So two new moons in the month in that Sagittarian energy can bring a little bit of luck to you potentially. And it can certainly help give you a little bit of boost to your situation there as well. Very fiery, very passionate, very creative. You could even get some new sources of inspiration, right? And maybe, a little bit of luck with that energy. 15th of the month, we've got a full moon in Taurus, all about the money with the Taurus energy, okay, ruled by Venus. And this is where we can realize our worth. This is where we figure out what is important to us, right? Is it the things that we own that we possess, or, is it, is it other things when it comes to our money, right? Are you always wanting to buy the next shiniest thing? Does it bring you happiness and joy? Or is there other things that you could do with your money that help fulfill your life in the way that's positive for you? And so you could be figuring those things out. Good time to go over your budget, figure out your financial matters. And of course, with that being a full moon in Taurus, some of you could have something coming to fruition. So that can be really exciting for you guys. Okay, look back to the last new moon that we had in Taurus, which would have been in the springtime. I think that would have been, where was it? May, the beginning of May. So 6 months ago. Have a look and see where you're at, what intentions you were setting, and that can give you a clue as to what's going on. We do have Pluto entering Aquarius on the 19th. Pluto, of course, has been in Capricorn for the last little while at the 29th degree. Been retrograde for a while. Pluto is now direct. So this is forward momentum. This is taking action, right? And so you could be wrapping things up from an old cycle, something from your past. Maybe you're recognizing some things that you have done previously with your money and you're like, I'm not going to do that again, right? So, or you could be making some very important financial decisions or career decisions, right? Capricorn energy on a personal level can be very much about your, your approach to money, right? Your belief systems around money, and also about your career, right? Very career and goal oriented, ruled by Saturn. But Pluto is entering Aquarius. So this is a time of change, of growth, of transformation. This is a time where, you really do have the power, okay? Pluto, your planet of power, your power to make something happen for yourself for a better tomorrow. Pluto and Aquarius energy is revolutionary. It's rebellious. It brings us freedom. All right, maybe financial freedom for some of you. That would be lovely. Or maybe the freedom to be flexible in your work hours, that kind of thing, right? But it does bring a vision of your new world, of your new tomorrow, and really does set us up for a little bit of an interesting future there. So really wonderful energy. And, maybe you're getting your power back, right? Stepping back into your mojo. So it's really great energy for us all. And it'll be there for the next 20 years. So it's a big deal, okay? We have flying free for you. I unfurl my wings and fly. It's time for you to soar to great heights. Is there something that you wanted to do? Is there something that you had in mind? Maybe some of you are actually going to take some flying lessons. I've always wanted to be an airline pilot, right? And so maybe now you've got the money to, to go and follow that dream, right? Take some flying lessons, or maybe you do it for your birthday. You're like, I want to do something adventurous for my birthday, and I'm going to go and I'm going to do some skydiving, or I'm going to take like a day flying lesson, right? It's like, I don't think they're cheap, But I think you can do those, right? You can just go up with an experienced pilot, hopefully, and they'll let you take the reins and all that kind of stuff, right? It can be really fun. And yes, jumping out of a plane can actually be fun. I have done that a couple of times myself when I was a little bit younger. But but talk about an adrenaline rush, right? So it could be something like that. You're going to spend some money on yourself, right? Because it's your birthday. It's a new astrological year for you, and it's super important. It's a big deal. Your ruler is making some big signs. Pluto, your ruler, making some big changes, right, into another sign. So that's going to be fun for you. But flying free, it's also about spreading your wings, soaring to new heights, looking at, the big picture of things, all right? And seeing the possibilities and the potential that lie within yourself. Some of you have some big career changes that you're looking to make. And, maybe even with the flying energy, there could even be like a move in your future to a new city, even a new country potentially for some of you. So whatever it is, freedom, soaring, wonderful. We have mending bridges here. I heal rifts. I am a mender. Okay, so if you've had some issues with your finances, you have the potential here to fix your situation. All right, if you've been going crazy with your money and spending frivolously, this is where you're going to bring things back in, right? It's where you're going to be like, I got to do something a little bit smarter, right? I'm tired of living a paycheck to paycheck. This can be whereas if you have had some issues in your job, right, in your workplace, this can be where some things kind of they're on the mend with this energy. And it might not even be with you. Okay? It could be with other people around there, right? So maybe there's been a restructure or something like that. And the changes that are coming about can certainly make that situation a little bit better. All right. If you've had some arguments, some disagreements with somebody in your life about money, a spouse, a family member, whatever that happens to be, right, here we are on the mend again, right? Probably really does require some open, honest communication and maybe even a different approach at something here. But things are coming back together, things are fixing, things are healing, and you have the power to do that. Beautiful. We've got the sun, and this is your overall energy for the month. What a beautiful, beautiful card. Now, the sun, of course, the sun is in your sign, right? So this is your time to shine. Your time to soar to new heights, your time to follow your passion, your goals, your dreams, your time to embrace success and abundance in your life. But it's also a good time to remind yourself to have a little bit of fun, to do something that you've always wanted to do, right? To be nice to yourself, right? Splurge on yourself a little bit, right? It's your astrological new year and it is a fantastic, all right? You've got the whole year ahead for you, all right? So if you've been feeling a little nostalgic, maybe a little bit blue, a little bit reflective as we do get before, right before our new year, our personal new year, right? This is where you're going to maybe get some clarity, all right? The sun shines a beautiful light on your entire month, okay? But with this can be about getting some really good news. This can be about having a very optimistic and positive outlook. Success and abundance comes in with the sun. So you could be just feeling really positive and knowing that whatever it is that you want to do or what you want to change or what you have your sights set on, it's like, I can do this, right? So you're feeling really good in this energy. And even if something doesn't quite go your way, it's the power of positive thinking, right? And that's what Sagittarian energy reminds you of when we got the sun entering Sagittarius on the 21st, right? Sagittarian energy does bring in this optimistic outlook, right? Is that I'm not going to focus on the problem. I'm going to look at the problem to get an understanding of it, but then I'm going to look to the future and I'm going to look for a solution, right? And it's when we embrace the power of positive thinking, it doesn't always mean that everything goes our way, but it certainly does change how we approach a situation and how we deal with it, how we move past it, right? We don't get stuck when we're in that energy, or if we do, it's certainly not for very long. So the sun brings all kinds of blessings and wonderful things to you, but clarity as well, right? So getting clear on what it is you want. We have the Justice, a big month for you. We've got the Justice card here, Libran energy, and this is in your blessings position. So the blessing of resolving situations, especially as they pertain to other people. The Justice card can certainly bring an energy of having crystal clear, honest, truthful conversations, not just with yourself, but with others. It can represent some really positive negotiations for you. It can represent legal matters of all kinds. So, so again, if there is a sense of freedom coming in with your readings, so if you've had some money or something tied up in a legal situation with someone else, then this is the month where that situation could certainly get resolved for you, especially with that sun right beside the Justice card. It's a positive outcome. Balance, fairness, and equality. You're probably not getting more than you deserve, but you're not getting less either, right? So it can be a really great energy there. So if you've had any legal proceedings with a previous company, maybe they jilted you out of your earned bonus and things like that. You've already moved on from that particular company, but there's still something going on, and this can certainly be resolved in this energy. The Justice card can represent contracts of all kinds. So, excuse me. So this can be, some of you might be getting married, right? Justice of the peace. You could be getting married and blending your finances together. This does give you a little bit of financial freedom, most likely, right? 2 paychecks, better than one. This can also be where, you sign that job contract for a new job, for a new position, right? Or a promotion, right? And it's like, no problem. Some of you are perhaps, putting pen to paper for job applications and things. So when the Justice card comes up, think of any kind of legal documentation or situations, anything where you need to sign your name on the dotted line and it becomes binding, okay? So passport applications, especially with flying free. So if you want to travel somewhere, you better get your passport application in now, okay? This can be when you do fill out your job application, or you do sign, a legal settlement or something like that. The Justice card always does remind us to pay attention to the details, and the sun brings clarity, right? So the sun shines a light on anything that you may have missed. The Justice card is in the upright, so it is positive energy. So even if there is some things in the fine print, it's really about, you being aware of what's there. All right. And of course, knowledge is power, right? And if we know something's there, we're not going to be blindsided in the future. But ultimately, the Justice card here can be some really great energy, some great karma. It can be where we balance our lives out a little bit. Justice card can certainly represent balance, fairness, and equality. So your work-home life, right? Your ability to work hard, play hard, right? Balancing your checkbook, balancing your finances in your home, right? All of that kind of stuff. So that all does come into your world. And remember, it is a blessing. Okay. And with that Justice card being Libran energy ruled by Venus, you might find the resources that you need, find the information that you need. You could be creating something with other people, and it can be really, really fun, really positive experience for you. So it does bring in some great stuff there. We've got the Magician here for you. Now, this is in your challenge position, all right? So still a wonderful positive card, okay? In your challenge position, this is something that we need to be aware of, something we need to work through, something we need to deal with, all right, before we can move forward. It can create a little bit of delay, okay? It is not the same as it being reversed, all right? It's a challenge, okay, not a reversal. The Magician is all about you, your power, your ability to focus and find the resources that you need to create the life that you want to lead. Now, with the Magician in this particular position, this can be a little bit of a heads up for you, right? You're powerful, you're strong, okay? But let's make sure that you are putting your energy, your focus, time, and attention into the things that are going to bring you more good things. Because the Magician right there can wield the power that they have in a slightly negative way. All right. This can be where we're a little vindictive. This can be where, we lord something over other people, right? This can be where we flaunt something, right? So just be a little bit aware of that. Okay. Remember, relationships, Justice card are important. Okay. So just be aware. There could be also a person perhaps that is challenging you as well. Maybe they're, on a power trip or something like that. Or they're trying to sell you something that you're not buying. All right. So just be aware of someone maybe trying to convince you of something that just feels a little bit off. And that's why you've got the Justice card there. But with the Magician here, it can certainly be you, your personal power, right? Sometimes we do need to be a little patient, and sometimes it's a little bit challenging, right? Especially if there's some sort of decision being made somewhere, whether we're making a decision or there's a third party making a decision. Okay, sometimes, working through that or waiting for something to materialize can be quite challenging. The Magician here is a big reminder, okay, of manifestation, your manifestation power, your ability to create something out of nothing. Your energy is what brings something to you. And when we have the Magician, this shows that your powers of manifestation are strong, right? And especially with this being this time of year for you, right? But we need to let go of control. We need to let go of needing to micromanage the universe, micromanage our lives, because there's things that are happening for you that need time to materialize and develop. So we've got to let go. It's not always easy because we do want something to happen here and now. We do want, I want a windfall. I want a new job, but I need it today, right? Well, universe doesn't always work that way. There's a lot of wheels in the cog that need to fall into place, right? To really have something come to fruition. But we also need to recognize that sometimes things start small. Sometimes we get a seed of opportunity, a seed of potential, and it's up to us to look at the big picture, right? To see where could this potentially take me, right? What can I make out of this? And sometimes it's nothing, right? But we do need to examine it and the possibilities. And sometimes it's like, oh, I think it's really exciting. So, so just be a little bit aware that about being a little bit patient, keeping an open mind, okay, being flexible and in the flow. All right. Be ready for action when you need to take action, but also don't be afraid to just take a step back and assess something as well before jumping right in. We have the Five of Wands, and this is your advice from Spirit. All right. And you see how we've got these three boom, 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 big major energies all here for you. And then your advice from Spirit, it's like, you've got this, but I'm going to give you some advice. Compete for what you want. Don't hide in the shadows. When we get the Five of Wands, yes, there could be a potential for, conflict or discord somewhere. There could be an energy, a potential for a little bit of drama. So be aware of those things and take the high road. Okay. Don't get engaged if you don't need to get engaged, with lowbrow energy. But the Five of Wands shows your true potential for change. But with the Five of Wands, it can be a competitive energy. So if you are someone that tends to hide in the shadows a little bit, and maybe you don't quite let your light shine, or you don't want to be front and center, or you're not comfortable with being front and center, sometimes we need to put ourselves in that position. And I do quite often get the Five of Wands when someone is, competing for a new love or a new job, right? Competing for that promotion, right? You got a whole bunch of people in the mix and only one can reach that flame. Only one can reach that, have what everyone is fighting for. But when we get this here, it's almost like Spirit is reminding you, when you compete for what you want, when you put yourself out there and when you let your light shine, you can achieve and you can find what it is that you're looking for. You can be successful. Just be aware of a little volatility as well, especially if you've got any money invested anywhere, like especially like the stock market and stuff. I don't know how people do that. But anyways, it's like, I don't know, it's like the unknown. But if you do have any money invested anywhere, okay, the Five of Wands can represent like a little bit of hiccup, okay, because it is a challenge. It is very much a challenge, right? Fives are obstacles, challenges, potential for change and maybe necessary change. So don't be afraid to make some necessary changes. You might need to move your money. Okay, so just pay attention to wherever you have your money invested, whether it's real estate or the stock market or whatever it happens to be, because we do have Pluto, okay, direct in Capricorn, and there could be some, disruptions, right? Pluto doesn't always play nice, right? So, and Pluto can be challenging energy sometimes, okay? So breaks us out of something that's maybe not going to work for us for the future. So if you feel like you need to make a change with some of your money and things like that, or maybe even your career, look at the possibilities, make sure you've got your information, whatever that means to you, and go for it. Okay, do that. All right, everyone's situation is a little bit different, but just a little bit of a heads up for you. All right, but big month for you, a lot going on, and there's a lot of magic in the air, right? So very exciting for you guys. Always love it when we've got our astrological new year. Unfortunately, mine is at the beginning of the year. So, but for most people, so for me, it doesn't always feel like, a brand, and a second new year. But for you guys, it probably does, right? Because it's your astrological new year, not your calendar new year. So a lot of potential, a lot of promise, and a lot of exciting things ahead for you. Thank you very much. And let's get the last messages out here for you. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. All right, always important. We're never alone. Declutter. You'll feel better and more focused, Magician, right? If you'll take the time to clear away the clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Sometimes life is easier to navigate when we simplify situations. One thing that I wanted to point out before I pull your last card here is Justice card is number 11. The Magician is number 1, right? So you've got 111 coming out here for you. A lot of new energy, right? So just wanted to point that out. A little bit of magical energy there for you also. Raise your promotion. Hey, now there's the ticket here, folks. That's what we want. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. All right, there we go. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. That's what I have for you. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. And I will see you guys later. Bye.